Supercross, only the swiftest and strongest prevail. While 250 rivals Chad Reed and Kevin Windham were picking themselves off the Angel Stadium turf, the sport's all-time winner was capturing his second win in a row. Ricky Carmichael guided his Suzuki to his 35th career 250 Supercross victory. Can he make it 3 in a row? 250 Supercross from San Francisco is next on ESPN2.
Welcome to SBC Park, San Francisco, California, for the THQ World Supercross GP and the THQ AMA Supercross Series. As we welcome you inside what is usually home to the San Francisco Giants tonight, it is all about the Giants of Supercross in the 250 class, and we welcome you back for our second hour of Supercross racing. Todd Harris along with Denny Stevenson and Cameron Steele, who is at the X Games along with Jamie Little, be sorely missed, but we've got Davey Coombs reporting from the field. Let's talk about the track first of all, Denny. Rain this week, but the folks at Dirtworks have done a great job.
Unbelievable. We were here yesterday looking into place, and it looked like a swamp. The start line was underwater. Tonight, we got a top-notch track.
All right, the track is good. It's going to be fast. Who do you like? Ricky Carmichael had a very fast practice time.
He lit it up out there, but Kevin Windham, surprisingly, was a couple seconds off the pace. But tonight, the track looks soft. I think it's going to suit Kevin Windham. I think he's going to step it up come race time.
What do you think about Chad Reed, and what do you think's going on with him?
I think he's fighting that motorcycle. We've already been kind of told he was trying to change things up. He's gone back to the basics, had to redo it. I think we're going to see Chad Reed. Tonight is the night to make something happen.
All right, we are almost set to go racing. Before we do so, let's check in with Davey Coombs.
Thanks, Todd. You know what? Denny's right. Those Dirtworks guys get A for effort. They salvaged this race. There are people who showed up, thought we were going to have another Anaheim on our hands, but instead we have a great track, really choppy. So look for it to get rougher as the night goes. And I don't know, tracks like this tend to favor number 4.
All right, thank you very much, Davey Coombs. Glad to have you with us as we take a look at our MX versus ATV Unleashed track facts. Denny Stevenson, what do you see there? What do you like?
Well, as we talked about, the track was a swamp on Friday. They brought in 2,800 tons of road base. That's going to help dry it out. They got the lime. They've done a phenomenal job. They turned it into a great racetrack tonight because there was a ton of mud to deal with.
And they brought those excavators to mix and drain the field. That may have been the biggest key. Well done, Denny Stevenson. Welcome to the show as we move on to the 250 heat number 1, 20 riders, first through 4 to the main event. Everyone else to semi number 1. We've got 2 heats tonight for you, 2 semis and 1 LCQ, and of course, the 250 main event. That's how you get there. As we get ready, we'll take a look at our starting grid for 250. And there you see Kevin Windham and Chad Reed. Really, both these guys we talked about, Denny, at the top of the show, both of them in desperate need of a victory here tonight in the main event.
Yeah, we're not messing around. We're jumping right in these guys right now. Kevin Windham suffers a horrific crash last week in Phoenix, shakes the cobwebs out of his head, and pulls off an impressive third.
Kevin Windham, is so great to see him get up from that. And there's Chad Reed, sporting a color we don't often see with him.
Yeah, it might be just gear. It's black and red. It's completely different than blue, and it almost cost him the contract.
32nd board is sideways. 250 heat 1 from San Francisco off and running.
Kyle Lewis out front, 23, but no, Michael Burner on the outside.
How about Michael Byrne getting the run, unable to hold this. Lewis, and then it's Windham. Kevin Windham dropping it inside. Ernesto Fonseca also getting a great jump, and someone runs across the track there at the last moment. But it is Kevin Windham out in front. Michael Byrne sits in second, and let's try to find Chad Reed.
It's surprising to see Kevin right now in practice. He was 2 seconds off the pace of both Reed and Carmichael. But as you know, Kevin can step it up whenever he wants to.
Hits the big triple. Chad Reed right now is currently sitting in 5th place, so he has got some work to do. Windham works his way around. Then it is Michael Byrne and the rest of the crew. This is 250 heat number 1. We're going 8 laps. Chad Reed in the back of the pack there, bumping his way through, moves up another position, gave a little shoulder to Ernesto Fonseca as we look at Kevin Windham, your leader, Michael Byrne, and then a big gap, Denny, and after 1 lap, that's got to surprise you.
Kevin Blanche, and look at him, he's going through the whoops just like Ramsey, 2 hopping. It's obviously the fast way around the track, and Kevin Windham is looking to set an impressive pace, an impressive speed. Let's show Ricky Carmichael down the start line. I'm ready for business tonight.
Kevin Windham mimicking something that happened earlier in the 125 West show. Nathan Ramsey hopping through those whoop sections. The 250s, though, are on the track, and the flash bulbs are going off. It is Kevin Windham, your leader. We're going 8 laps. This is 2, and Windham looks very loose. doesn't look to be showing any effects of last week's pile driving.
You know, the track is loose, and we've seen past events, maybe Phoenix last year when it was loose. Kevin likes it when the track is except that 450, and he flew out to a hole shot tonight. We haven't really seen Kevin take advantage of that four-stroke and get the good starts he's been needing.
He is all but checking out. Chad Reed, just to give you an update, currently sits in 4th place, but he is nowhere near Kevin Windham. The four-stroke is working and working well tonight. And look at him go through that section.
Just 2 hops it, like we said, man, making it happen quickly, looking comfortable. And when Kevin's comfortable, look out, boys, because he's going to go real fast.
What would you say are his greatest attributes as we go picture-in-picture with Chad Reed, who currently sits in 4th?
You know, they ride really similar. They're both really smooth. To watch them ride at home, this is the clinic. This is the way you need to ride right now, as we see Chad Reed make the move around Kyle Lewis. But Kevin Windham is textbook perfect. I mean, he's enjoyable to watch, but sometimes things get in his head, and that's where his problem lies.
Kevin Windham, no problems right now as we are halfway through this 250 heat number 1 scheduled for 8 laps, as Chad Reed has now worked his way up to 3rd place. Now just ahead of him, fellow Australian in Michael Byrne.
Yeah, some good ride from Michael Byrne. I think Michael's always kind of he's been obviously a fast rider, but he's lacked that hunger and that willingness to ride beyond his edge. And last week I saw him ride pretty aggressive in that semi, make a pass on Mike Morocco. He got a little tired at the end of the main event. He had the flu last week, but I think we're seeing a new Michael Byrne right now.
Here is Chad Reed coming into view. It's Reed, number 22, on board the Yamaha. Believe me, folks, that is Reed. It's kind of surprising to see him. That's a color that Ricky usually runs, but it's Chad Reed in his transfer position after a terrible start. Reed sits in 3rd. Stick around. Will Chad Reed move up, or will it be Kevin Windham's heat? We'll find out after this from San Francisco.
From the network that
It's the THQ World Supercross GP and the THQ AMA Supercross Series from SBC Park in San Francisco, California. Your leader, Kevin Windham. Todd Harris along with Denny Stevenson. Davey Coombs reporting from the floor. Kevin Windham got the best start initially, but he grabbed the line away from Michael Byrne, and he has led throughout.
Great point, Todd. He held the inside line around both corners, came out on top, and he's just laid down a 46.3 lap time, the fastest lap time we've seen all day, all night.
Kevin Windham, quite possibly, as Jenny pointed out, sending a little message to Mr. Carmichael, who is getting set to go in 250 heat number 2. But this one belongs to him. He is checked out by a mile. Well, I'm exaggerating just a little bit, but he is checked out.
And you notice in that last rhythm section, he's actually tripling, doubling, and singling, where a lot of the guys are just going double, double, double. Kevin Windham changing things up tonight here in San Francisco.
Well, Kevin Windham's been very impressive. Last week got pile drive in the work section of the bike, landed on top of him. Right now he's running about a 6-second lead over Michael Byrne. Chad Reed, that may be the story in his heat. There you see him on the left side of your screen. He's coming up close now on fellow Australian number 26, Michael Byrne, as we go back to the battle for 4th place right now. Ernesto Fonseca, and it looks like number 27, Nick Way. And here's your guy, Jenny, the guy that you say more than anyone else deserves a factory ride.
I say it once, I say it again. Give that guy a factory ride. Nick Way, this is for pride as well. You know, Ernesto Fonseca, factory Honda ride. Nick Way, he's out there riding a privateer Honda. And this is his chance to show his wares once again.
Nick Way, part of that Michigan Mafia, a very strong rider both on the Supercross circuit and the Outdoor Nationals. And it looks like right now he is just looking for a spot to get a move on Ernesto.
Yeah, you see our 2 different ways to go through that section. Nick went 3-2-1, Ernesto went 2-3-1. It looked pretty much the same speed. Let's check out the whoops. Again, these guys hopping through it, obviously the faster way around the track.
So it's Nick Way currently running 5th, and that is not a transfer position. That will send him to semi-1, something that Nick does not want to do. Remember, as Denny pointed out, he's not a factory rider. He cannot go back and get a big push. But look at this. Nick Way to the inside. Does he get the pass? Does we go back?
Oh, my gosh! Down goes Ernesto Fonseca over the triple jump. Sorry right there. Nick Way almost lands on top of him. He just clears his motorcycle, and Nick Way will get the final transfer spot.
Ernesto Fonseca just happy to survive that. The white flag is out. Fonseca up and moving. Nick Way moves ahead. Out of the corner of our eye, we see that happen. It was just a horrific sight. But Kevin Windham is bringing it around and bringing it around quickly. Windham will get this victory easily as Chad Reed has shaved time off, but Chad Reed now is going to work, and he has already made the pass on Michael Byrne. So it's Windham out in front. Chad Reed, who was in 7th place, has now moved his way all the way up to 2nd, and this thing isn't over yet. Kevin Windham's got one more turn, and look at this. Chad Reed is coming and coming hard, but it's Windham getting the victory. Chad Reed will get 2nd place. Wow, Chad Reed, and he dropped down to the 46, dropped to 46.8 on that last lap, so a very fast lap time. This goes to show you it's not over until it's over, as they say. Michael Byrne gives him a thumbs up. Kevin's saying, What do you say? We show something for RC in the next main event. And there are your final results. 250 heat number 1. Kevin Windham with a big victory. Chad Reed moves all the way up to second. Michael Burns transferring, as is Nick Way after that entanglement with Ernesto Fonseca. Let's send it down to the track and Davey Coombs.
Well, Kevin, that's the way you want to start your night, but I got to tell you, it looked like Reed was coming up there at the end.
Yeah, he was. I pulled up in a pretty good lead in the middle part of the heat race. I don't know what happened to him. I just was paying attention in front of me and, you know, kind of took it easy the last couple laps. And then to top it all off, I had to single the triple, and the red cross went away as soon as Chad got to it. He was able to do it and made up a lot of time on me there, but that's a heat race. I'm ready for the main and ready to watch Ricky here in heat number 2.
Yeah. You've seen what Reed could do, like with Carmichael. Were you watching the times in practice earlier?
Yeah, I was. You know, times are such a big part of this, and we're all working for 10th, man. We're all so close. A lot of talent down on the floor tonight. Just got to make every 10th you can and make it count.
All right, good luck in the main.
Thanks a lot.
All right, thank you very much, Davey. Well, still to come in this 250 hour, we'll see Davey's profile of Kevin Windham's courage, the 250 heat number 2 coming up, plus the 250 main event. Right now, let's go back down to Davey Coombs with his Honda Pit Report.
For this week's Honda Pit Report, I thought we'd talk about Kevin Windham. Now, the knock on Kevin over the years has been that he's too soft to be a champion, that he lacks that tough outer edge that it takes to get to the next level in Supercross. But last week in Anaheim, after a terrible crash in his heat race, the Supercross world got to see a different side of Kevin Windham, the tough side.
Well, it was a tough fall, you know, and I hit my head pretty hard and was obviously scratched from pretty much head to toe because the bike followed me in and it tagged me in pretty hard. So it was just one of those races where I had to dig deep. I knew that, you know, I knew and know that each race is going to be very, very important, and you know, you got to just dig deep and do whatever you can do. It's just it's a little bit difficult when you're struggling with, okay, should I ride, should I not, how bad was my injury, how bad is my head, and you know, some serious issues to deal with. So you know, we did what we could do. It was nice to have the semi to go out and, you know, just ride kind of smooth and calm and make sure that things were cool, and you know, ultimately, which wound up working out to a good main event ride. Not a good start, but a good ride. And you know, if things work out for me in the championship this year, I will always look back on that as one of those rides that really made it happen. It was one of the ones where you had to dig deep.
250 heat number 2 staging on the line. 20 riders. They are going 8 laps as we take a look at the starting grid. Ricky Carmichael leads as he is our overall leader right now, but a lot of talent in there. If Ricky makes a mistake, Denny, a lot of guys in there can jump on it. And Ricky Carmichael also running the onboard camera.
Number 4, the animal, Ricky Carmichael, man. That guy's just been unreal these past 3 rounds. He's got to be the favorite again this weekend, I tell you. Mike LaRocco as well. He is, he's been around forever. He never refuses to go away, and he just keeps on winning.
Also, Jeff Gibson will be running an onboard for us. Good to have Jeff running the camera, and it's brought a lot of luck to Ricky, so we hope that it also works out for Jeff as well. This is 250 heat number 2 from San Francisco, California. Gibson, as we pointed out, number 54, as we are going set to race. 30-second board is gone, and we are off. 250 heat 2. Carmichael, no surprise, out in front, gets the whole shot. You got to keep it within eye shot. Squares it off. Watch this.
The last thing you want is Ricky Carmichael out front. It's just a heat race, obviously, but he's out front, going to set the stage really quick right here with Mike LaRocco himself. Mike LaRocco with a good start.
LaRocco currently sitting in second place. It's Carmichael, your leader, 250 heat number 2 from San Francisco, California. Ricky gets them warmed up. This is the green flag. Lap scheduled for 8. 53 is James Pavoni. He currently holds down the 3rd place position. David Villeman, who had the 2nd fastest 250 lap time right now, is mired back in 5th place. Kind of surprised there, but it's Carmichael, LaRocco, Pavoni, Eric Vallejo, and David Villeman, your top 5.
Mike LaRocco getting some pressure from these guys right now. I kind of expected Mike to pull away, but and just like that, James Pavoni goes down.
Well, the battle for the transfer positions, we go on board with Jeff Gibson. Remember, we're only taking the top 4. Everyone else has to go to the semis to get there, and Gibson looks like he may get it done. better be begging us for that camera work, because it's a good luck charm.
It is a good luck charm, definitely. Jeff Gibson looking a solid run right now. We come from Arena Cross, just been around for a long time. He's got a huge opportunity right now at Subway Coca-Cola team, and he's delivering. He's had some good results this season. Looking to improve upon those.
So Carmichael LaRocco, 1 and 2. Pavoni currently sitting in third. Oh, he drops way back now. Carmichael LaRocco, Gibson, Villeman, and Tortelli. Sebastian Tortelli now moving up into 5th place.
Tortelli on the 4-stroke. You know, he's developing this motorcycle right now for Ricky Carmichael when the outdoors come. You know, he's trying to work out all the bugs, if there are any, so when Ricky gets that thing ready for the first outdoor national, he'll be styling.
57 is Eric Vallejo. Last week, Eric Vallejo got up close and personal with Jeremy McGrath. No harm, no foul, but it was quite the pass that Jeremy put on him in the heat race. Eric Vallejo having a good run right now as he has moved up into the top 7.
Eric, yes, one of our strong privateers here in this series, and yeah, McGrath dropped an elbow on him here last week, and I believe Cameron said no harm, no foul, but if I was Eric Vallejo, I'd be looking for Jeremy right now. Well,
my question is, if Eric Vallejo dropped that pass on Jeremy McGrath, it would have been a big cry out there.
Yeah, call 5-second foul, Steve Whitlock, AMA.
We are back to racing. It's Carmichael LaRocco, Gibson, and Villeman, and Gibson is in a transfer position running the helmet cam. Jeff Gibson currently running in 3rd place right now.
Jeff's got his hands full. He's got 2 guys behind him, David Villeman, Sebastian Tortelli. These guys getting paid to make the main events here in the heat race. Jeff Gibson, though, looking really strong, riding a good, solid race. Back in 3rd, he wants to get out of this thing and not have to head to a sim on it.
David Villeman, number 12, the Cobra, right behind him on board the Yamaha. So it's Gibson and Villeman right now going 3 and 4. What a night we have in store. The 2nd hour of Supercross racing from San Francisco, California. There's your running order. Carmichael LaRocco, Gibson, Villeman. Park, San Francisco, California. Todd Harris along with Denny Stevenson and Davey Coombs reporting for the pit. The leader right now in 250 heat number 2 is Ricky Carmichael. He's got about a 10-second lead right now for 2nd place in Mike LaRocco. 3rd place coming through just now is Jeff Gibson and then David Villeman, number 12. So those are your top 4 transfer positions right now, but Villeman is starting to close in on Gibson.
He's about to have his hands full. David Villeman, he suffers a flat tire last weekend in Anaheim for 2. He gets a nail in his tire. He's not upset. He's upset. He wants to show a little bit of his wares right here. He's not having the season he wants, and right now he's chasing a privateer. David Villeman looking to strike Cobra.
David Villeman, number 12, on board the Yamaha. Jeff Gibson, number 54, right now. His last lap of 48.1, which is very respectable. But David Villeman is dropping 48 in practice. You expect him, what, to bump it up at least a second or so?
Yeah, I'm surprised right now. Jeff Gibson is holding his wares well. He's keeping LaRocco in sight. He's keeping Villeman behind him. He's keeping Tortelli behind him, and he's not making any mistakes. He's riding very smooth.
Meanwhile, Ricky Carmichael continues to lead, and continues to lead by a lot. Mike LaRocco is a comfortable lead in 2nd, and here comes 3rd and 4th. Gibson and Villeman starting to close in on Mike LaRocco. Might want to squeeze a little more throttle on there, Big Mike, because they are coming through, and behind them a very motivated Sebastian Tortelli, number 103 on board the Suzuki.
And not far in front of him is Mike LaRocco. These guys are hunting him down right now, which is very impressive for Jeff Gibson. But look at Sebastian Tortelli. He's coming around the outside. He doubles, he triples, he singles, and he is in right into David Villeman's back pocket.
Jeff Gibson getting a little French motivation in the form of David Villeman and Sebastian Tortelli. Look at Tortelli, who doubles through that section. Villeman unable to hold that line, so Tortelli now in a transfer position. Villeman has slid back to 5th, and he is slowing down.
I think Villeman did the thing you're not supposed to do. He dropped in behind Gibson and kind of settled into Jeff's pace, while Sebastian's done just the opposite. He caught him, he passed him, he's making a move quickly. He's running his own pace right now and not following.
One of the keys to a great racer, get to him, pass him, and move on. And David Villeman got caught just enjoying the view behind Jeff Gibson. Paid the price. He is now in position to go to a semi. And look at Tortelli is not done.
Yeah, he's not. Here he comes right into this second. He's going to double, and he's going to he's on to triple. There's a lapper right there. So he kind of got blocked. But look for Tortelli through this next section.
This is the white flag, the final lap, 250, heat number 2 from SBC Park in San Francisco, California. Ricky Carmichael way out in front, one more left-hand turn. Meanwhile, the helmet cam of Jeff Gibson giving us a view of what it's like to be passed by Sebastian Tortelli. Meanwhile, your winner, heat 2, number 4, Ricky Carmichael with these. We go back now to Jeff Gibson running helmet cam over the triple. Gibson still in a transfer position, and he can hold out Villeman, and Villeman Villeman was in striking distance, unable to make the pass as they go through. So it'll be Carmichael, LaRocco, Jeff Gibson, Sebastian Tortelli, all moving on to the main event.
Make note, Ricky Carmichael throws down a 46.7. Kevin Windham, a 46.3. They're up pace. We're going to see some great racing in that main event.
So the official results from 250 heat number 2 from San Francisco look like this. It's Ricky Carmichael getting the win, followed by Mike LaRocco, Sebastian Tortelli, and Jeff Gibson all moving on. David Villeman and the rest of them move on to the semis. Let's send it down to Davey Coombs.
Well, RC, nice start, great lines. That's about a perfect heat race.
Yeah, it was good. You know, I felt good. I got a good start, and, you know, I need to do the same thing in the main event. It's going to be good. The other guys had some good lap times, and we're going to get it done.
Who do you expect to see more from in the main, Reed or Windham?
They're both good. You know, it depends on who gets a good start and who's feeling spunky for that last ride tonight.
All right, good luck.
Thanks.
It's now time for your qualifying results. First off, in 250 Semi-1, the GameStop results look like this. It's Tyler Evans and Kylo Lewis on top of the board. And your Thor 250 Semi-2 results, David Villeman and Jason Thomas. And then in your 250 LCQ, Samsung Wireless, Ernesto Fonseca and Eric Vallejo. It's the battle by the bay. The all-time winningest AMA rider, Ricky Carmichael, takes his number 4 Suzuki to the track. Will it be the defending champion, the Thunder from down under Chad Reed, or will number 14, Kevin Windham, step it up? Stick around. The 250 main is next. Park, San Francisco, California, the THQ World Supercross GP and the THQ AMA Supercross Series. Todd Harris along with Denny Stevenson, Davey Coombs reporting from the field. In attendance tonight, nearly 40,000 have turned out to see the best in the business. The track is good, the riders are ready, and we want to thank the folks who defend our country. Armed Forces Radio TV Network broadcasting tonight's broadcast throughout the world. All we can say to you is thank you very much for what you do. Right now, let's check in with Davey Coombs for a little piece of Suzuki strategy.
When you think about Suzuki strategy, you think about Ricky Carmichael, and I got to say, Carmichael is actually improving this year. I have never seen him get better starts than he has in 2005. I decided to talk to Ricky about his Suzuki strategy when he goes to the starting line.
Everything is good. You know, I got my reaction time is fast, and the bike has a really good engine for starts, actually. It's real smooth power and a lot of low-end torque. Gets across the gate first, and I got a lot of confidence. That also helps. And, you know, it's going to be really important for the whole shot tonight. Number one, because the track is a real small lap time, and those other guys are going to be wanting to win also. So I want to do my best to put the Suzuki up front on the start and on the top of the box.
Take a look at our Suzuki starting grid for the 250 main event. Carmichael and Windham, the two fastest in practice. The defending champion, Chad Reed, also in there. A lot of great times have been put in tonight. And, Denny, I don't want to put you on the spot, but the way the track is, as you look at your do's and don'ts, who do you like and who's going to follow your do's and don'ts?
Well, obviously, I don't bet against Ricky Carmichael, but it's about getting a good start. These top 3 guys got to get out front with each other. You cannot let one get away. If you're ready to improvise, you're going to see a lot of different things on the track. It's going to be a busy night of racing.
No question about that. As we said, a lot of great riders out here. Carmichael, LaRocco, Windham, Reed, one of the most powerful law firms in Supercross. As the 30 board goes sideways. This is the 250 main event from San Francisco. Carmichael does not get the jump in on the side, and it looks like number 22, the Thunder from down under Chad Reed's going to pick up the Butterfinger Chris HOLESHOT. Carmichael slides into second place, so it's somewhat of a reverse of what we had in Phoenix.
This is the race we have been dreaming for all year long. Ricky didn't get the whole shot, and Reed did. We're about to see something we've been waiting for, obviously. Ricky Carmichael, see if he can reel in Chad Reed.
On board with Ricky Carmichael. What makes this interesting is how quick Ricky can dispatch if he can get around Mike LaRocco, because Chad Reed is on the gas and on it hard.
And Windham's buried in the 5th spot as well. So three of our top guys are in the top 5.
Ernesto Fonseca, who came out of an LCQ right now, is sitting in 4th place, and then Kevin Windham in 5th, then David Villeman, and Heath Cross, and we are off, folks. It's a good one. because Chad Reed's out and running fast.
And look at Carmichael. He knows he cannot let Reed get away. He needs to get by Larocco fast. He did just that. And look at Larocco putting a rub move on Fonseca to get back in the third.
So Mike Larocco's in a podium position, but we're one lap into this 20-lap affair. Chad Reed is your leader. Ricky Carmichael's in second. Remember, Chad Reed made that one small mistake when they were going at it, and it cost him the race. Ricky Carmichael blew away the rest of the field. Now it's Chad's turn to run out in front.
Chad made some changes in his bike this season, thinking it was going to help him to maybe get through the corners a little faster. He didn't like it. He had to go back to scratch, start all over, get it the way he liked it. He loved his bike last weekend, but he crashed. But now he's out front in the place he wants to be, and Carmichael in a close second.
Chad Reed, the Butterfinger Chris HOLESHOT Award winner. Ricky Carmichael currently in second. So Chad's already done something, and that was break Ricky's streak of HOLESHOT. What do you think his heart is doing right now? Do you think he's a pretty calm guy? Do you think he's staying within the moment, or do you think he's going, I got it, don't throw it away?
You know, Chad's already had Ricky's number in the past. I think he knows what it's going to take to beat him. He's a champion. He's out front doing his business, really. I don't think he's really too worried about Ricky being behind him. He's like, you know what, put in some fast, consistent laps.
And I don't think Ricky's too worried about being in second right now. So you have the unmovable wills of Chad Reed and Ricky Carmichael. Which man will his bike to the top of the podium? Right now it is Chad Reed on top as we go through lap number 4. Carmichael sits in second. Mike Larocco holding on to third, and Kevin Windham now has moved up to fourth. Well, this is a great battle right here. And that's Mike Larocco, number 5. Number 14 is Kevin Windham. It looks like Windham's getting ready to set him up.
Windham threw down the fast lap time of the night in his heat race, but he started back in the pack a little bit, and that number 4 and that number 22 have gotten away from him.
Kevin Windham coming across that after that hard fall last week in Anaheim, California. Really wasn't sure if he should have ridden, but he went ahead and did it like a champ. Showed just how tough he was, as Davey Coons reported it. He's starting to get a good run on Mike Larocco, and Mike, as we know, is one of the whitest riders out there.
He's not only the whitest.
Oh! He catches the back tire of Larocco, and look at this, Philbin almost runs him over. Keeps the bike running.
That is a championship chase right there in the points hunt. Kevin Windham only 3 points down entering this race. Right there, a foolish move, tries to move Larocco out of the way and goes down.
Well, he gets it re-kicked in 4 starts, but look at this. Carmichael now closing in on Chad Reed, so he is now closing it down to just about a 1/10 of a second behind Chad as he comes through, and this is the whole great white shark figure.
You know, I recently read an interview with Ricky Carmichael. Ricky said, you know, he definitely thinks it's sometimes easier to follow, but he'd rather be out front. Right now, he's in second behind Reed. He's learning his life, and he's wanting to attack fast.
Oh, my. He is shadowing Chad Reed. Remember, number 22 is the defending 250 champion from last year. Ricky Carmichael did not compete, and there you see it.
Now, watch it. Here they come. Like last time, Ricky was going double, triple, single. This time, he's starting out with triple, double, single, looking almost the exact same as Reed, mirroring his lines right now.
Chad Reed got some kind of message on the board because he has picked up the pace immensely as Ricky has now dropped back just a little bit. On the last lap, he was a lot closer. Oh, my. Chad Reed and Ricky Carmichael going at it. This is what America wanted to see. As we got a rider in the middle, they'll have to get around him. When we come back, the battle between Carmichael and Reed. Reed and Carmichael continues after this. Park, San Francisco, California. It's Ricky Carmichael continuing to close in on Chad Reed. Reed picked up the whole shot, and Ricky, as Denny pointed out, is just learning his line.
It's taken 4 races, Todd, but we are finally getting the race we've been looking for all season long.
The only thing that can make this better is seeing a 259 and maybe a 14 mixed up in that fray.
Well, right now we'll take what we can get, and it's number 22, Chad Reed, looking to break this.
Oh! Ricky that time had a great run on the inside as we go on board with Carmichael. Just gave him just a little look.
They're taking some different lines right now. Chad's kind of chopping the corners where Ricky's trying to throw, and right now Reed goes wide, opens the door. I don't know what that was all about. He had to know that Ricky was going to dodge the inside of him right there.
Well, Denny, the last lap, the roles were reversed. Chad took the inside line, and Ricky went wide. So I'm wondering if Chad's thinking maybe that's a faster line. I'll try that one.
But then here comes Reed up the inside.
Oh,
Ricky, a love bump. Yeah, that was an odd. I would have never expected Reed to go wide like that and just open the door that big. I don't know if he just said, go ahead, I want to watch you for a bit, but you cannot let number 4 get by like that.
So Ricky Carmichael takes over the lead on lap number 8. Chad Reed now must return the favor. He's got to get back in there and show him a little wheel as Ricky is starting to pull just a little bit. Let's look at that one more time. Analyze it. What do you think Chad was thinking there? Was it that Ricky had a better line last time? Maybe I'll give it a try?
He either didn't realize how close Ricky was behind him, or he thought, you know what, I need to get a little bit better at the whoops, better run at the whoops, because Ricky just drove the inside of him, moved out and took his line. Simple like that.
This is the on-board look.
Ricky had to be freaking out, going, man, you just moved over. You're going to let me by? You're going to let me have it this easy? You can't give number 4 any kind of opportunity, and Chad Reed just opened the door right there.
Well, whether it was a mistake or some bad strategy, Chad Reed now finds himself as the pursuer to Ricky Carmichael. But give him credit. Chad Reed, one of the smoothest riders out there, he is staying right with Ricky. He is not letting him get away. And just as I say that, he opens up, a .873-second lead.
Ricky is looking solid right now and consistent. He's opening up every corner. He's opened a little bit more on Ricky. Man, what is Reed thinking right now?
Well, things are settled. Let's go back to the start. Ricky did not get the best start. That was the Chad Reed, but Ricky recovered quite well.
Amazing. Look at Ricky buried in the middle of the pack. Reed gets the Butterfinger thing, but look, Ricky just jumps to the front, gets through the pack pretty quickly.
So the Butterfinger Chris HOLESHOT Award goes to number 22, Chad Reed, and Carmichael came through on third that time, so his streak of HOLESHOT comes to an end, and Chad Reed had the lead for about 8 laps, but then one small mistake or strategy blunder, and it gave it over to Ricky Carmichael. Right now, the lead about 1 second as Carmichael and Reed continue to battle, and Chad right now does not want to get desperate, but he's got to start finding a new line or something for Ricky, because they cannot continue to go around like this, because if he does, at the halfway point, it's all Chad could do to just watch Ricky ascend to the top of the podium.
Now, I think Chad has kind of stepped up his pace a little bit. We saw it at Phoenix last time. He'll go down. We were trying to, about lap 6. This time, Reed's already gone farther than he's ever been before. And look at how big this lead they've opened up. My gosh, what is going on with Mike LaRocco?
It's an 11-second lead from Chad Reed in second to Mike LaRocco in third. So LaRocco sits in third right now. And he is third all by himself. There's a big gap, so he must feel like a man on an island right now, trying to track down Carmichael, who's in first, Reed, who's in second, and there's really no one behind him for a good 50 yards. And finally, number 24, Ernesto FONSECA comes into view, and he's got a battle right now with Heath Voss and David Villeman.
And how about Ernesto? Had to go to the last chance qualifier. Boom, he gets a good start from way on the outside, and the boys run a strong fourth. Nice job for Ernesto right now, but he's got his hands full with Heath Voss.
Ernesto FONSECA, a man who came out of the LCQ, and now he finds himself possibly looking at a podium right now. He's a good 4 seconds behind Mike LaRocco, who sits in third place. And Voss is right on the back of FONSECA, so before he starts thinking about the champagne bath at the podium, he's got to take care of Heath Voss and David Villeman, who are running behind him. What a crazy 250 main it has been. We are 12 laps into a scheduled 20. Chad Reed got the HOLESHOT, held the lead for 8 laps. Then it was Ricky Carmichael's turn when Chad Reed went wide on a turn and Carmichael jumped out in front. Since then, it has been Ricky who is gradually picking up just a little more time on Chad every time. And now the lead has gone as high as 2.5 seconds. And he makes the pass stick right there as we go to Villeman and Voss. David Villeman, number 12 on board the Yamaha, gets by the reigning THQ World Supercross GP champion. And that brings up a good point. Ricky Carmichael went to Canada, competed on the THQ World Supercross GP, got 2 races under his belt before he even saw Chad Reed and Kevin Windham.
Obviously, it's been a huge benefactor. I mean, motocross has become a year-round sport right now. Ricky went up to Canada. He got those bugs, worked out of his motorcycle. Chad Reed shows up in the U.S., round 1 and goes, man, I don't like my bike right now, And, obviously, it's a benefit to go up north and get in those extra races.
You are looking at number 27. That is Nick Way. Nick Way currently in 7th place. Another rider who went up to Canada, competed on the THQ World Supercross GP. So maybe the movement is you might want to go on that tour even just to get the lap times in and get the legs warmed up before we get to Anaheim 1.
The old theory is every time you're at home and someone else is out racing, they're getting faster.
No question about it. As we look at Michael Byrne moving up now. Michael Byrne, number 26, excuse me, he's in 8th place. Byrne out of Australia, his lap time consistently running around 48 seconds. So as Ricky Carmichael moves ahead, and the problem for Chad Reed, he's got lap riders now between he and Ricky as you look at Michael Byrne coming through on board the Kawasaki. Here's your battle for fourth, number 24, Ernesto Fonseca on board the Honda, and the 12 Yamaha of David Villeman, 2 international riders. And look at Villeman, a guy normally this time to knock on him. Denny is dropping anchor, fitness is not there, and David Villeman saving the best for last.
Well, these are two guys that we really didn't see that much out of all night long. Right now, they wait and stepped up in the main event, and David and Ernesto both in fourth and fifth.
David Villeman in fourth place now. Ernesto Fonseca is in fifth. But Ricky Carmichael continues to lead with Chad Reed in second. Mike LaRocco in third. We are in the 250 main event with just 4 or 5 laps to go. We'll find out and see if Ricky Carmichael can hold off Chad Reed, or will the Thunder from down under figure out the Carmichael equation. Stick around. We're out after this. Jeff Gibson out of Westerville, Ohio, number 54 at SBC Park, San Francisco, California. This is the 250 main event. Your leader right now, Ricky Carmichael, with Chad Reed sitting in second, and Jason Thomas gets a drive and gets past our one helmet cam. Now, the other helmet cam is on board Ricky Carmichael, but this is the passage we went to break. Ernesto Fonseca yielding the inside line to David Villeman. Yeah, that's the difference between right there, the Bubba Scrub almost, where David Villeman stayed low, drove through that triple while Ernesto popped high, and Coleman made the pass by staying low. So David Villeman right now one position out of a podium spot as he sits in fourth. Ernesto Fonseca sits in fifth, and ahead of him, Mike LaRocco, Chad Reed, and Ricky Carmichael, as Carmichael continues to run away with this thing. And for a while there, it looked like Chad was going to stick with him. Not the case now as Ricky has opened up a sizable lead. Yeah, I think the Ricky streak has begun. 3 in a row right now. He's holding them down like a fly and just pulling the wings off them one at a time. David Villeman riding quite well there. You see him on board the Yamaha, number 12, Ernesto Fonseca, number 24, on board the Honda out of Costa Rica, and Fonseca not ready to yield that 4th position just yet, saying, I might have a little something for you here, David, hoping maybe that David Villeman just backs off just a little bit. Yeah, Ernesto knows that David sometimes doesn't finish the race as strong as he begins, maybe, and Ernesto's like, you know what, I'm going to try and dog him and see if I can outlast him right now, see who trains the hardest. Meanwhile, Mike LaRocco, a guy who just seems to, he just doesn't go away, and here he is in position right now to get another podium here in this young season. Yeah, I rode mini bikes with Mike LaRocco probably 20 years ago. You know, my career ended a few years back, and Mike LaRocco's still at the top of his game, an unbelievable athlete, an unbelievable rider. Well, we're watching this battle right here for 4th and 5th. We'll just update you. Ricky Carmichael is out in front. Chad Reed in second. Mike LaRocco in third. And on the right-hand side, there is the helmet cam view. If you want to know what it feels like to be Ricky Carmichael in 250 main, get a look at that. Carmichael continues to lead in his lap time. Denny, believe this, dipped as low as 45 seconds a lap. You kind of called that speed during break. You know what? Watch Ricky. He's going to break a 45. I didn't think it was possible, but when it comes down to business, Ricky throws down the hammer and makes it happen. Well, he just seems to have an extra gear, and I know that's somewhat cliche, but he just seems to step it up one more level. I was talking to him about practice, and I said, do you show everything? He said, absolutely not. He said, you got to save a little something extra in the tank to show them. Well, Carmichael is comfortable as he can be right now out in front with just about 2 laps to go here in the 250 main event. But we had the chance to talk to him a little bit about how comfortable he is on his new team, on his new motorcycle. And you know what? What can he say? He has been absolutely dominant. So, Ricky Carmichael, are you comfortable with your career?
Well, I just, you know, I like who I am. I like the person that I've become, and I like what I do for the sport. I think I carry a good image, a good, clean image, and really good for the little kids, and I think that's important. So I'm happy with the way things have turned out, and, you know, it's always nice to win. Also, that's always nice to be known as a winner. But besides that, just knowing that little kids look up to me and that I'm a good ambassador.
Denny, it's an interesting comment. Ricky Carmichael seems a lot more comfortable with his fame, and he's just, the maturity level is definitely showing. He said he feels comfortable in his skin, and you know, we used to point at Jeremy McGrath where he's taken the sport. Ricky Carmichael is now carrying on his back, and he's doing a phenomenal job. He makes one more left-hand turn, and he goes into the history books. Your winner, 250 main event, Ricky Carmichael. So Carmichael reigns supreme. Battle by the Bay goes to number 4 as Chad Reed comes through. And we've got a battle for third still going on. Can Mike LaRocco hold him off? And that gives you an idea just how far back they are. It's LaRocco coming through. But Mike LaRocco is going to claim this one, so put the rock back on the podium. Mike LaRocco there once again. David Villeman runs out of real estate, as does the rest of the group. But for Kevin Windham, who is still on the track, he's in position right now to finish in 9th place. And I think we've seen two bad things happen. Ricky got another victory for the rest of the guys, and Kevin Windham fell way off the pace.
Kevin got a little impatient there. You're not usually seeing that. He tried to make a move that wasn't there, and he went down and ends up 9th. He's out of the championship hopes. He's not out of it, but he lost considerable points.
No question. Ricky Carmichael there trying to get the bike kick-started. That's about the only difficulty he had all night. When we come back to SBC Park, we'll talk to the champ, RC. Ricky Carmichael picks up the victory. We'll find out how he did it as he gets the goose telling him exactly what he has to do, but it was Carmichael looking flawless at SBC Park. Francisco, California, in SBC Park. It's the THQ World Supercross GP and the THQ AMA Supercross Series at the conclusion of the 250 main event as we take a look quickly at the Honda official results. Once again, Ricky Carmichael on top. Denny Stephenson, your thoughts?
Well, we saw Chad Reed. He led the race. He was alive for 20 laps, and Ricky gave him a beatdown. It's the Carmichael show all over again.
Mike LaRocco finishes on the podium, and Kevin Windham quite possibly the most disappointed tonight because he finished not only out of the podium, but out of a lot of points that he gave up to Ricky Carmichael. But the guys on the podium are very happy. For that, let's go down to Davey Coombs, who's with our third-place finisher.
Well, Mike, that was a fantastic effort. You very quietly rode third, but those guys up front were going fast.
Yeah, they were going fast. I got a good start, and, you know, I was going to try and be in the race, but they kind of dropped me. I didn't really feel that bad out there. They were just putting down some good laps, and kind of left me by myself out there.
Yeah. Denny Stephenson's up in the booth tonight. He's giving you high compliments, how you're always sort of sticking around, and tonight was just another version of Mike LaRocco. This the new millennium LaRocco.
Yeah, I'm working on him. I mean, those guys definitely stepped up to speed, and, you know, I did a lot of work this summer and this fall trying to match pace that I was off last year, and doggone it, they raised it again. So, you know, they keep me working. I think that's what keeps me around.
Well, 2 podiums in the first 4 races, pretty good.
Yeah, not bad.
All right, thank you, Davey. It's now time for the Nissan Turning Point, Denny.
Well, there's 2 of them tonight, Todd. Number 1, Chad Reed out front leading the race. Goes wide to set up for the whoop. Complete opens the door. Ricky Carmichael blows by and just takes off for the win. Second one, Kevin Windham tries to force the issue with Mike LaRocco. You don't mess with the rock. Kevin goes down, and so his championship hopes.
And those are your Nissan Turning Points. Let's set it back down to Davey Coombs.
Well, Chad, that time you got the start, but you weren't able to keep number 4 behind you.
No, I got a good start. You know, it's nice to get out there and get the start and just have a clean track. And just, you know, tonight I wasn't able to take advantage of it, but, you know, I'm looking forward to it. I definitely is a step closer to, you know, what we have been the last couple of weeks, and it feels good to be out there.
I got to ask you, what happened when Carmichael passed you?
I think I was struggling. You know, I could see he was going on the inside, and one lap I tried it, and it was tough to pull up for it. And, you know, I went the outside, he just snuck right around the inside, and, you know, after that, it kind of took me a couple laps to get that line down, but, you know, it was good. You know, I love the battle with Ricky. You know he's going to be, you know, go the distance and put up a great fight. So, you know, it's fun to challenge for a little bit, but I'm looking forward to, you know, getting in there and being a little strong. You know, we're going to sharpen up tools a little bit, but, you know, I think all the team and guys at Yamaha are doing a great job. Putts and Menthol, Scott Bridgestone, the guys at ERNESTO and Amps Mobile, man. I'm happy for those guys, and you know, we're getting ready to try and get a race win for those guys.
Maybe at Anaheim.
That's it. You know, Staten's been great to me, and it'd be nice to get a good race there, get out, you know, get on the podium again, try to get a win, and then get ready for the East Coast.
All right, thank you very much, Davey, and we wish Chad Reed all the luck in the world. He's going to need it next week, Anaheim 3. Hopefully he can regroup. And we remind you, our next show comes to you February 7th, 2005, 10 p.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern. And remember, that's a Monday night. So if you're jonesing for Supercross, you're going to have to wait until Monday. Now, for the winner of the 250 main, here's Davey Coombs with Ricky Carmichael.
Well, you know, that was the race we've been waiting for. And, Ricky, a lot of people count on you here in San Francisco to pull it off, and you laid the wood down. Take another win. 3 in a row now.
It's awesome, man. I tied Barnett's record. I think he's the last guy to win 3 races. I'm so happy. That's what I wanted, you know, head-to-head battle, and made the best man win. And The track was a little easy tonight, and it was really hard to make up time. You know, the whoops were really mellow, but hey, everybody's got the same track to deal with.
Well, for once, you didn't get the hole shot. What were you thinking when you saw Reed in front of you?
You know, it's a long race, and I was looking to do battle with him. The tables were turned, and I could follow him finally. It was a great race, and, you know, I flinched a little bit on the gate, and that was it.
What about when you came up on him? It looks like he pretty much gave you up the inside that time.
Yeah, you know, I don't know if he wanted to let me go by, because I was hounding him, you know, and I think he kind of just pulled over and thought that maybe he could get me back. But, you know, I feel really comfortable, and when I was behind him, I felt that I had it under control, and it's going to be a long series. You know, he's going to put up a fight. I like racing with him. He's a hard charger, and got to keep it going.
Finally, RC, what does this mean to the Suzuki guys? I know how hard you guys are working. You went to Canada, you put the time in, and now, like you said, you tied Mark Barnett's record 3 in a row for Suzuki. Got to have a happy team.
Yeah, the team is really, really happy, and especially with the win like tonight, I am so pumped. I mean, there is no ifs, ands, or buts about it tonight. We were 1 and 2, and I pulled it off, and looking forward to doing some more battles.
Well done.
Thank you.
It all culminates in Las Vegas, Nevada, the official destination of Supercross. Get your tickets now for the U.S. Open and our final stop the first week of May. As we take a look at the point standings, first in the THQ World Supercross GP, it's Carmichael, LaRocco, and Way. And on the THQ AMA Supercross Series, look at that, Denny. Ricky Carmichael with a sizable lead.
Yeah, only 4 races in, and Chad Reed's already down a whole race.
So that'll do it from San Francisco, California. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For more, log on to ESPN.com. For Davey Coombs and Denny Stevenson, I'm Todd Harris saying good night. Your winner, Ricky Carmichael.